Old, unbranded, generic-looking stores are a thing of the past. For a while now, branded dropshipping is what many e-commerce businesses have been doing to succeed in the long run. In this video, we're going to be going through every question and answer you need to know before you start branded dropshipping. General stores used to be the go-to model for dropshipping. They allow you to test new products quickly without having to go through the effort of setting up a new website or a new store. The problem with general stores is that when customers browse beyond the product page that they landed on, there is a lack of congruence. They see a wide range of products offered from different industries with varying styles of photography and colors as well, all of which are not really conducive to a well-converting store. This is where branded dropshipping comes in. What is branded dropshipping? Branded dropshipping is the act of branding your store to create a more trustworthy look and premium feel that customers are more likely to buy from. This is stage one. Stage two is where the online store sells products under their own brand name. Then the supplier packages the products using the branded packaging before shipping them to the customers. Is branded dropshipping the same as white label or private label dropshipping? Branded dropshipping is a general term that can encompass white label or private label products. In most cases, however, you're going to be selling white label. White label products are generic and sold to multiple retailers who then brand and price the products themselves. In your case, though, you're going to be asking your supplier to organize branding for your product, but you won't have exclusive rights to the unbranded version. Private label products, on the other hand, are sold to one retailer and are unique to them. Is branded dropshipping legal? Branded dropshipping is legal as long as the product you are branding isn't patented, you're not using somebody else's brand. If the product has no brand associated with it and is being offered by multiple suppliers, then it's likely that you can safely sell it. Selling Disney toys and such is usually a no-go though, and you will get banned on platforms you sell on. What is a one-product store? A one-product store is the easiest type of branded dropshipping store to implement. You create one store that is completely built around one product. Even the website URL is sometimes just the product or the brand name. How does branded dropshipping work? Branded dropshipping is simple in theory, but easy to mess up in practice. You create a store with a select few brand colors, a logo, and overall design that is in harmony with the products available on your store. The more your product selection varies, the more difficult it is to maintain consistency throughout the entire store. Most people apply branded dropshipping to an industry, niche, or one product store because of this. Some people go as far as to Photoshop their logo onto their products to truly establish their brand as the developer of the product. What is complete branded dropshipping? Some e-commerce businesses go one step further than branding their online store and truly apply branding to all their physical products and packaging. The reason for this is because it improves their customers' experience. This approach is associated with longer lasting businesses because customers are more likely to come back in the future and tell their friends about it as well. Is branded dropshipping better than standard dropshipping? Generally speaking, yes, it is. Branded dropshipping is associated with higher conversion rates, and not only is your store more trustworthy and memorable, but your customers are more likely to associate your brand as the sole supplier of the product. Is it possible to have branded packaging when dropshipping from Aliexpress? Some Aliexpress suppliers offer branded packaging while others don't. To find out if your supplier offers it, simply reach out to them and just ask. How to do branded dropshipping? Well, first of all, to do branded dropshipping, you need to research how easy it is to brand your product and source suppliers for the product. Once you've done that, then you can open your branded store and start selling the product. How do you source products then? Well, to source products, you can either look on dropshipping platforms, contact suppliers, or use a sourcing or dropshipping agent. Not all products can be branded, and not all suppliers are willing to offer branded options. Some suppliers will have an MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity, to work with them. How to find branded dropshipping suppliers. Some Aliexpress suppliers offer product packaging customizations. You can also look if your product is available on CJ Dropshipping or Zendrop, as they offer some basic customization options as well. Another option is to check Alibaba, which would mean owning inventory. Alternatively, you can use a dropshipping agent who finds suppliers for you. How to brand my own products. There may be different ways in which you can brand your particular product. Each product is different. For some products, applying a sticker label is sufficient. For other products, laser etching, engraving are better options. You'll have to work with your dropshipping agent or supplier to decide what is best for your product. So what about branding your own product versus dropshipping established brands? Creating your own brand around the product is almost completely different, or a completely different business model than it is to dropship established brands. The best thing about branding your own product is that it also creates a business around the brand that you own for the long term. On the other hand, when dropshipping products from large brands, you don't have to spend time building those brands. However, you'll need to get properly authorized to do so. If you want to reach out to branded dropshipping suppliers, I'll leave a link in the description for a branded dropshipping supplier template. But besides that, I just want to mention a couple of things. First off, I've seen a lot of people who lie to get a quote from dropshipping suppliers if there's an MOQ. That's not a good long-term strategy if you want to build a relationship with them. Usually I suggest you start testing products by marketing, seeing how the demand is, and once you are getting sales, then switch over to a good dropshipping supplier or agent. You can use the outreach template like I said, link in the description. Is branded Shopify dropshipping possible? Branded dropshipping on Shopify is possible and highly recommended. Shopify is the most popular e-commerce website builder for a reason. It has the most apps, most customizations, and is most likely to survive in the long term, in my opinion. So how to start branded dropshipping on Shopify. Branded dropshipping on Shopify is similar to doing the same on any other SaaS commerce platform. All you have to do is 1. Choose your industry, niche, and/or product. 2. Choose your name, domain, and logo. The more generic the name, the more you can pivot if your first attempt doesn't really work out, but the further away your name is going to be from resembling the product or niche or industry that you're in. 3. Sign up to Shopify. You can actually do this before step 2 if you want to start creating a store already. And 4. Design your store. You'll have to consider the colors and typography, as well as preparing high quality product photos and compelling ad copy. What tools do I need for branded dropshipping? The main tools you need are photo editing and design software such as Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, or Canva. There are also Shopify page builder apps such as GemPages, Pagefly, and Shogun if you're not really satisfied with the default Shopify page builder. How does dropshipping branded clothing work? If you want to dropship clothing or other accessories, you can use dropshipping suppliers like Printful or Printify. First, you upload your designs and you'll see how much it costs to create your custom product. Then you offer the product at a higher price on your store to make a profit. You only pay after a sale comes into your store and it is fulfilled by whichever supplier you chose. Printful offers 0 MOQ branded dropshipping for clothing, mugs, and other accessories. The downside is that their prices are quite expensive, so you will have to charge customers quite a premium. How to market your dropshipping store. There are a few factors that will help you determine how to market your store. Firstly, is your product something that people are searching for, or would most people not know about it? If your product is the second kind, you can think of a marketing angle that would stop people in their tracks scrolling through social media. After hooking them in, can you think of a way to keep their attention long enough to convey the benefits of using your product to entice them to click on the website link? If so, then you can consider Facebook, Instagram, TikTok ads, and that's if you have a budget, but if you don't have a budget, you could go the organic route on TikTok or Instagram. If the product is more likely to be searched for, then consider Google ads if you have a budget, or organic SEO if you don't. If you have influencers or YouTubers in mind whose viewers would love your product, then you can go down that route. No matter what you end up doing, I'd say it's probably best to get a basic marketing strategy in mind before you start actually setting up your branded store. Is branded dropshipping worth it? It is always worth branding your dropshipping store, regardless of whether you can brand the product or not. Given that many suppliers will require an MOQ to brand your product and/or packaging, it may not be best to move straight into branded dropshipping. However, if you are confident in your product because you see demand for it, then branded dropshipping is totally worth it. Branding it along with packaging and packaging inserts is the next stage or the next step to developing a fully fledged brand. Will I attract more customers with a branded dropshipping store? Done well, a branded dropshipping store does attract more customers to buy than an unbranded store for the same product. This is because your customers have higher perceived value of the product itself and they trust you more as well. Both of these things make your customers willing to pay a higher price for your product, and it also makes them more likely to convert at checkout. What are the pros and cons of branded dropshipping? The pros are that your customers are happier, your brand is more memorable, and ultimately it leads to your business being more profitable in the long run. The biggest disadvantage to branded dropshipping are the MOQs. If you buy your product and packaging in bulk, then there is no demand for your product, you could be left with excess inventory. How to transition from standard dropshipping to branded dropshipping. Transitioning from standard dropshipping to branded dropshipping is simple in theory. All you need to do really is ask your current supplier to brand your products and packaging. In practice, however, some suppliers may not offer that service and you may have to find someone else to do it. What are the best products for branded dropshipping? There are so many products out there that it's really hard to pinpoint the best for branded dropshipping. Anything that comes in a bottle or a tub is extremely easy to brand by applying a high quality sticker to it. Those kinds of products are usually consumable as well, which means customers will have to come back for more, thus increasing your lifetime value or your customer's lifetime value. Products that are light and are considered valuable, like jewelry for example, are great for profit margins. The high perceived value means that you can charge a higher price, while the fact that it's small and light keeps the shipping costs down. What is the best packaging for branded dropshipping? The packaging you use will depend on the product and your margins. Some products are better suited to bubble bags, which provide protection for lightweight products. Then high quality branded corrugated boxes are a safe way to get your product to your customer in one piece, but increase the shipping costs because of the actual weight of the packaging itself. Is branded dropshipping still profitable? Branded dropshipping is the most profitable form of dropshipping. You maximize your store's conversion rate, as well as customer satisfaction and lifetime value. You can start by branding your online store with the aim to eventually brand your physical products and packaging as well. And if you've made it until here, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.